G'day everyone, welcome to episode 5 of Edmonds Racing Weekly News. Mr. Toby Edmonds, Mr. Trent Edmonds, we're coming to you from Magic Millions here today, and I'm back. I knew I just had to hang by the hoop long enough for Fatty to fall on his sword, and he's gone.
He got turf very quickly, but no, he's actually on location today. He's going to call a game somewhere, I believe. I'm not sure where he's going, but he's thank him for stepping in and giving us a handout last week. It was really good, actually. It was well received and
very well received.
Very professional. I thought anyway. It was a great show.
A lot of laughs too, wasn't it? A lot of laughs. Yeah, NRL starts tonight, right? He's calling the first game there. Parramatta Bulldogs. Can't wait. Footy season's back. Yeah. We're coming to you from Magic Millions. Everyone, obviously, we're here to try and find the next stable stars at the Magic Millions Cuter sale, which runs on Monday and Tuesday. Guys, important sale for a Queensland-based stable, right? Like, these are all QTIS eligible horses, and these QTIS eligible horses in Queensland run, have the opportunity every Saturday to run for, $67,000, I think it is, that the Colts take home to the winner, and the fillies are taking home $79,000, $450, so huge money.
Yeah, no, it's massive, and that just doesn't extend now for their 2 and 3 year old season either. There's all those extra added races when they get to 4 and older that they can run in as well. So that's a real shining light for our industry up here. And this sale has been really good to us. We bought Saga on out of here, Siegfried for not a great deal. And obviously, I think a couple of weeks ago we touched on Curly throwing his hand up for Medelka for a fairly cheap sum, and she's got a stack of ability. So that's one current one from this sale that we've got high hopes for.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, that sale average is 30,000, and like I say, they're running for 60 and 80 grand every Saturday. So that's a bloody ripper.
Yeah, the QTIS scheme's unbelievable. And whilst we're very active in the January sale, this sale's equally as important for us and our clients. It's a cheaper sale, so we're gonna we can syndicate these ones probably a little bit easier. And as I mentioned, the QTIS money that Bruce has already mentioned is a great scheme, and we love to support it.
Yeah, so listen, keep an eye on Twitter. Myself, Toby and Trent will be going to keeping everyone updated and actually going through the process of how we buy these horses through the sales. So keep an eye on that over the weekend, and on Monday and Tuesday we'll actually be filming ourselves live bidding and everything. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. A great entry-level sale, like everyone can afford a share, $1,500. I reckon we'll buy a horse for 30 grand here, Toby and Trent, $1,500, a 5% share, that kind of thing. So,
so we sent an email out yesterday to our client base with this new initiative. I thought it's a super initiative, and it was put together by Bruce. We haven't had that much feedback yet, which is a little disappointing. So I'd love to get some feedback on it, and get a few inquiries happening, and which gives us confidence coming to the sale and to be able to buy. Most times we're coming to the sale and speccing these horses, then have to sell afterwards. But check your emails, guys, because this email's put together. It's a great initiative, and it'll be the most interaction that a prospective client will ever have. I haven't seen it anywhere, and if we can get that happening and get some interest, that'd be great.
Yeah, good on you, Toby. That's brilliant. All right, well, the week that was, we had a little bit of rain early in the week, and I think, Tobe, that just emphasised the importance of these track upgrades for the Gold Coast Turf Club.
Yeah, look, mate, I'm struggling to work out how this current government's not getting their act together and approving this money to flow out to the Gold Coast Turf Club. It's been promised since 2011. There's 110 million put aside in 2011 for racecourse infrastructure, and it's been distributed periodically, but our upgrade was promised in 2011. That's why we set back up here when we finished working for Patinack. We set back up here because this track was, it was going to be state of the art, and it was going to go ahead. Now it's 2020. We're talking 9 years. There's been 2 business cases put to the current government with the current CEO, Steve Lyons, who's been there in the job for roughly 3 years, and there was business cases put to the state government through 2 other CEOs previously. Now that costs a lot of money. The money's sitting there. Why you guys want to play political footballs with us? It's ridiculous. We have the one of the biggest race meetings in Australia here in January. We have
biggest prize money meeting in Australia.
Yeah, we have headline trainers. We've got Chris Waller here now. All our horses race well here. We need the facility to keep up with the rest of the country, so we can actually shine where we need to. So Sterling Hinchcliffe, mate. Nathan Exelby wrote a great story maybe last Saturday or the Saturday before. Ipswich got their upgrade quickly. They already had an upgrade in between this, by the way, that they buggered up. Okay, and you guys, because there's a Labor seat, and whether I'm allowed to say that or not, but that's fact. Labor seat, they get their upgrade quickly. They've gone over budget. They didn't have to put another business case in. So get your fingers out of your ring hole and get this happening, and you might get a bit more support from the Labor vote. You certainly won't get mine if this don't happen. If this doesn't happen, I can tell you now. And my family's been a Labor voter their whole life, and I'm disgusted to have to sit there and say this. To be truthful, we're training on a surface equivalent to where I started in Scone, and that's why we're still able to train winners, by the way, because we grew up on these type of surface. They're inferior, and it's disappointing that owners we're going to buy very expensive horses supporting these sales. Like, we're in the hole for about $2 or $3 million this year again, and we're training on a training facility that is archaic,
old and tired.
Tired. It's manageable, but it's tired, and it needs an upgrade seriously. So, mate, that's my view on it. I know the Gold Coast Turf Club have they're out there, trying to gain support to get this happening, and it's there, it's sitting there. The money's there. You don't have to find it. The money's been there since 2011, sitting in Treasury, and you guys don't want to sign off on it because of your election coming up. Honestly, get with it. The industry's bigger than that. The industry supports this local, the government. What you guys take out of this industry is a huge amount of money. Okay, so put it back in and get this infrastructure happening. That's it.
No, well said.
Very well said.
And it's currently so just for the guys, our viewers at home, it's currently a sand track. Is that right, that you gallop on, and you're looking for it's an all-weather track that can essentially just withstand all the elements, right?
Everything, yeah. So we're looking for a poly track which is been put in
every major training centre in the country.
Everywhere in Australia now. Newcastle's getting a new one. Flemington, I believe Randwick, Hawkesbury. Everywhere you go, these poly tracks are becoming the norm. And the beauty about them is, rain, hail or shine, cold or hot, the surface doesn't change. You get uniformity. That leads to sounder horses. You're able to get them fitter, get them to the races hopefully a little bit earlier, and just in tip-top shape. So, as Dad said, this needs to happen, and it needs to happen now.
Perfect. Well done, guys. Well done. Well said. All right. Well, quick flashback to just Saturday. Wasn't that a great day? I mean, the Gold Coast Turf Club. We were there after our Magic Millions Yearling Parade, but a bloody good turnout. Had a lot of fun with the sports spec crew up there, having a punt and everything, and a laugh up there. I mean, I thought that went really well Saturday. What did you guys think?
It was a great day. It was super. Heritage Sash saluted for us in front of everyone, and we brought them down into the mounting yard and gave them a bit of the pre-race and post-race experience for people that were sort of a bit green and a bit new about the whole situation. I thought they loved it, and it was really good.
Yeah, and we sold plenty of shares too.
Yeah, it was a good result, and just given that the prospective owners that experience are going down to the race, I think they even went up into the race caller's box with the race caller, and he showed them walked them through the process, which is also no one would get to see that, which was great by the Gold Coast Turf Club allowing them to do that. So thanks for their support. Bruce and Natasha put on a fantastic morning. We had a stable opened the stable up to 100 odd clients. They had a walk through. We paraded all our yearlings, all our January Magic Million yearlings. They paraded and handled themselves so beautifully.
Didn't they?
I couldn't believe, we had a tent marquee set up that's flapping in the wind, and they just walked past there, so professional. And well done. I got to thank Bruce and Natasha, Jordan and Donna, Trent, for really making that day happen.
What about Ryan Noland? What about the landscaping? You've got statues in the garden. You've got the thing turfed out. I mean, I can imagine the bill on the field.
That's
no wonder he buys so many shares in horses.
That's our
cutting it out of his training fees.
Yeah, good guy, well done.
Good on you,
Well
Ryan.
done, Ryan.
Bloody terrific. And look, the biggest thing I reckon about the day, guys, is like all the owners get together that own these yearlings, get to know each other a bit, right?
Yeah.
So like by the time you end up, this is the greatest thing that you guys do, is by the time you get the races, everyone knows each other and you know who to high five, who to hug, who you can kiss on the cheek, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, that's what it's all about,
Yeah.
right?
A lot of mates are, they end up, they get their phone numbers. Next thing they're going to dinner, they're going to race days. Oh, my horse is running. They all can have a boast about, I've got this run, and everyone follows each other. I think it's great, and it was a great day. Who won the punting competition? Richard Foster, did he?
Foster, $1,000 off his training account too.
How good.
The rich get richer, they say. Yeah, the rich get richer. No, well done. It was a bloody good day. So thanks for everyone that came along, and we look forward to our next one, that's for sure. Lads, best bets failed again. What happened there? Ruka vertical.
Ruka was disappointing. Pulled up with a bit of a minor issue, not massively huge, but
got galloped on and just
got galloped on, tore a muscle. The track was a bit funny up there Saturday. It was kicking up big clods. I was a bit surprised that was happening, but they'll obviously work that out themselves. But track looked a bit dodgy to me.
Yeah, right. Enough said. I reckon we just got to bounce back this week, eh? Just get back in the form and get the punters some good tips. So this week with our best bets, by the way, it's actually not going to start this week, but next week we're going to have sports bet actual segment here, and you're going to get $100 each to spend, right? So it's going to make it a bit more competitive. Because at the moment there's nothing relying on other than other people's money, right?
Yep.
So next week, starting on, you're going to have $100 each to spend. Pick out a horse, put it on, and we're going to tally and see who the best tipster out of both of you.
So they get much business out of this sports bet, are they, or not?
Oh, they're killing it.
Are they?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. No, they got plenty of people signing up. Well, they offer the best bloody service, don't they?
Oh,
why wouldn't you?
They're very good. So
Unreal.
we'll have to get a client or two out of their database shortly.
What did they spend? They about $10,000 worth of free bets there on Saturday. Unbelievable.
Great.
Yeah, good. Great fun. Great fun. All right, just the one winner, Heritage Sash, we got rained out at Doomben on Wednesday, so you scratched all runners there on a heavy track.
Yep.
Heritage Sash, they got up in fine form at the Gold Coast. We're all at the front of the box that we're all in, 2 levels up, cheering on him. Heritage Sash just never looked like getting beat. Trent, actually, to be fair to you, mate, you said to me, I mean, you got a long-range plan for the horse, obviously. You went there to win, and then he's now heading to where?
He'll go to, there's no Metro win at Eagle Farm again on the 21st, 1200 metre race. And I just thought that, like, while he's been very consistent, I think that he's had 10 starts and he's only missed a placing once. Just wanted to get that win with him and just bring him back in grade, just so he's third up and he's rock hard fit when we go back to town. So it's good that we sort of planned that. He was able to win. He smashed the clock. He ran a really quick time and a really fast last 600 too. So he's on the right track now, and I'd suggest going back to town third up. He's going to take a power of beating if all goes well in the next couple of weeks. He's a horse that we've always had a fair bit of time for. So he's taken a while. We had his mother as well. She took a while, and he's sort of taking after her. He's taken a while, but this season will be his best, and I'd be really, really surprised if he couldn't rest right through his grades now.
No, terrific. He was a great group of owners.
He's out of a mare with our first ever horse we got for Sedgino, Spurs and Sashes. So, and this is her first foal too, by the way. By I'm Invincible, we paid a bit of money for him at the Classic sale a couple of seasons ago, and he's 4, so he's taken a little while. As Trent said, he's taken a while to mature, but that's good. We're happy to give him a bit of time and get the clients who are keen to stick with them right through. A lot of clients are keen to move them on pretty quickly, but if we see that ability in them, just love to give them that bit of time just so they can reach the potential that they can get to. Yeah,
I must say, it's the one thing that's been the biggest eye-opener for me is just how you're very low attrition rate here. You're very kind on your horses. You're galloping a couple of weeks, and you're definitely getting more starts out of every prep. It's just one of those things I've really picked up on here.
Yeah.
Just quickly on the other runners at the Beaten Brigade. I'm going to do a new thing this week, right? We're going to run through them all.
Yep.
You're going to say straight off the bat, good, unlucky, disappointing.
Yep.
All right. Straight off the bat, loving this, good, vertical.
Okay.
Good, but okay, yeah.
Excuses or good or disappointing?
Was a bit keen maybe for the 1400, and they backed the speed off. Looked like he was going to dash through and win. Whether or not he's as effective at 1400, not sure. But still raced well without winning.
All right. Ruka, he had excuses, right? Got galloped on.
Disappointing.
Bucephalus.
Disappointing.
Nick the Skip.
Forget it went around. He got smashed.
He got absolutely carved up. Had excuses. TARDIS. Good.
Great.
Super, yeah.
Yep.
Paquola nearly got up. I remember we tipped the other day. I did run third actually. It's $6 a place or something strange, isn't it?
Yeah, she
ran third or
she-
fourth. I feel like we ran fourth
Ran
actually.
fourth,
Yeah,
mate,
yeah.
yeah.
We're not going to get our riders, I thought. Yeah.
She'll improve once she gets to further. So she's one to follow.
Yeah, just slow early and then sort of rattled home and hello.
Disappointing.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's rock and roll. Saturday, Gold Coast. Let's look forward. Let's find some winners. We got the big meeting here, the Aquis Jewel Day. We got 9 races here and $1.25 million worth of prize money.
Great day.
Racing so good up here, and the prize money so good. 9 races. It's a heavy 9 at the moment. We've got a bit of sun and wind today. Hopefully a bit tomorrow might be okay. What do you think there? Soft range?
This track recovers remarkably well. We only need a day a nice sunny day today. The breeze is out. It'll be back to maybe a 6 or 7 this afternoon. Get another good day tomorrow. This track it'll race superbly. I've got no doubt. It just has remarkable draining, power, and year in, year out stands up.
So when you're talking about track upgrades, you're talking about training tracks.
Oh, training tracks.
And because the course prop is pretty good, right?
Well, the course prop is still it's old and tight as well. It'll need a camber, and realistically they could improve the drainage quite a bit. And there's stuff to do on the course proper, but we need a tunnel for safety. We need the synthetic training tracks. The whole place just needs an upgrade. The money's there. These plans have been in place since 2011. There's been, I don't know how much they cost to do. Like, it's unbelievable that when Bob Bentley was chairman of Racing Queensland, there was a business plan put in. Now we've got another one. There's been 2 or 3. These all cost a lot of money. Like stop it. Just get it happening, and we're itching for a synthetic track. That will also for our staff, our staff are getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning to get here to start work at 3 because we have to be on the track by 4 to get the best surface with one of those synthetic training tracks. The staff don't have to start as early.
Wake up.
Yeah. And just for their lifestyle, it's much better for them, much healthier. It's not that.
That's a good point.
Good point. And that's another big thing for the industry as well.
Alrighty. So you reckon it'll be sort of soft? The track will do well with this bit of drying weather.
Yep.
Lads, bad barriers. The barrier guys absolutely just looked down you and said, "Cop this."
Yeah, the less said
for every single race.
Less said about that, the better.
Just have to overcome it.
Race 2. We'll kick off with you, Toe. Benchmark 72, fisticuffs, drawn 12. Robbie Fradd aboard. Talented, trialled very well, owned by John Singleton and Tommy Bradonicus. Both his wins have come at this distance, 1,200 metres. Plenty of pace in the race. Where does Robbie get to here?
He'd get to midfield. It's a little bit awkward, the draw, as you know. Important that he gets a bit of cover pretty quickly. The horse has got a real electric finish, and he's got a great turn of foot. It will be dependent on how this track does come back. As I mentioned, if it stays like it is now, the track's going to be fine. But if we do get a shower or something, it's going to put it back a bit. So, look, his fitness level is questionable if it's heavy, or if the track is rain affected. But sure. if it gets back to a 5, 6, or even a 7, he can beat these horses. He's been our track work in our trial. Mentioned horse for a number of weeks now, and nothing changes. He just kicks off first up. Whatever he does, he'll improve on. But I think he can roll these and then go on to the better 3-year-old races. Yep.
Just quickly, how significant is being on your home track, the Gold Coast track? Do you think it's a huge advantage for your horses?
It's an advantage. Our horses always do race better here, I think. What do you think?
Well, I don't know whether it's because they're trained here or whatever, or we sort of target these metro meetings more stringently because they're like these big days, they're like a grand final. So, there's been a bit of a buzz about all week, whether it's this Aquis Jewel Day, whether it's the Gold Nugget Day the week before Magic Millions, Hollandale. There's 4 big days I've just mentioned. You want to have them, I know Fisticuffs is first up, but you want to have them red hot, raring to go, and peaking for your big days. It's just one of our showcase events, and you just love to win on your home track. So throughout the years, we've just targeted these races and these meetings, really, really hard and put a stack of effort into getting the right horses there on the day, and nothing will change as far as Saturday goes. It's something that we make a concerted effort to do, to have them really rock hard and ready for our...
They've been working towards this day for a while. Yeah, perfect. Okay, race 3, you got, 7th emergency, can't see it getting a start.
No, wait for another day for it.
We'll have to wait for another day there. Perfect. Race 6, open handicap, 900 metres. Usmanov Trent, drawn 13. Bally Nothdurf, so... I mean, Usmanov's going to carry the Aquas colours on Aquas Jewel Day, so hopefully he can get up. Also, Group 1 Gary in the ownership here had his birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday, Gaz.
G1G had a great old celebration. We were trying to remember all the stakes winners, and there were too many, so we just started drop back to Group 1 winners. That lasted the night, but he had a great old day there. Track and distance, 1 start, 1 win. Obviously brilliant last time at Eagle Farm and Bailey Road, which is important. Terribly wide barrier, but 900 metres, lots of pace in it. Gets back, crunches late.
Well, I think 900 metres, you don't want to be missing the boat. You don't want to be too far back. So there's really good speed inside him. He's probably going to have to end up in the 3 wide line somewhere, to be fair. If he can be just probably a little bit further forward to midfield and follow something across, I think that'll hold him in good stead. I keep going back to that rating he produced, and we are throwing him in the deep end, mind you. Open handicap. I know he's come up quite short in the market. He's favourite coming off a no metro win race, but he's just got to secure the right run. If he gets a bit of cover, I see him whizzing down the middle of the track and being quite dynamic. So yes, there is a stack of speed, but I think that'll enhance his chances. As we see him when they back the speed off in the 1,000 metre race the other day, he wanted to overdo it. He's not going to have a chance to do that on Saturday. And if you go back and watch him, I know it was an ordinary race, the Class 2, where he carried a stack of weight. He gave them a whacking and returned a really good figure. So if he drew a soft gate, I'd be really bullish about him. He's just going to need a good bit of luck early, and he'll be steaming home late.
Bailey just rode him so well last time too. Just worked with him, didn't he? When he wanted over race, he just gave him his head a bit and just travelled with them. So I like him. I like him a lot there. Saturday, race 8, the Gold Market, $125,000 race, 1,300 metres. Tobe, Grey Missile. If you thought barrier 13 and 12 was bad enough, try barrier 17, mate. Robbie Frad, down in weights. He was awesome last time at Doomben, sitting 3 wide on the pace. Who Robbie rode him that day as well. He handles wet. He's 5 of his 10 starts have come at this distance, 1,300 metres.
Yeah.
He's in the market, $5, but absolutely drawn the car park. Where do you see Grey Missile and running, and can he get home for Tom Headley and the team?
We've won it for Tom before.
Tyzone last year.
Tyzone won the gold marker for Tom and team last year, which was good. So we're trying to go back to back for them. Great supporters of ours, which we appreciate. Oh, look, it's a horror draw. Unfortunately, the jockey, he's got 2 rides which they're both drawn terribly, and he's just going to have to produce, Group 1 rides basically. Where do we get to? He can be wherever he wants. He can go back if he wants to. He can go midfield, or he can bang up on the speed. Doesn't look to be a lot of speed, but more often than not, these big races there is a bit of speed in it. And, we might get lucky. He'd probably been in a 3 wide lines. He's got a bit of cover, as long as he got cover. He was 5 weeks between runs the other day. Just Michael Costa's horse got him down late off a fairly soft run behind him. I'm sure he's improved since then, and he looks great. We couldn't be more happy with his work. So look, he's a genuine chance with an awkward alley.
Yeah, perfect. He might be a bit shorter than 5s if he just drawn a bit.
If he drew soft, right? Yeah.
All right, race 9, Trent, Class 6, 1,400 metres, Pepe Le Few, mate. Pepe Le Few. You thought 17, 12 and 13 was bad. Try barrier 18. Brad Stewart, last start winner for the Archer Park team. It's the night that Toby got McLean. He's a progressive horse. He's at 3 wins out of 4 at this trip. Question mark heavy, 2 starts for naught.
Yep.
Can he win the lucky last?
Look, I want the track to sort of, if it gets back to a 7, a 6 or a 7, that'd be spot on for him. I don't think, he raced so good last start, bouncing him out and making him get up and get running. If we drag him back out of it, as we did in that Rising Stars race the week before the Magic Millions, I'm fearful he might get it back into a sort of uncompetitive position. So I'd be happy to see Brad do exactly how he, exact same tactics as he did last start, and roll forward, get across gradually, and hopefully he can pinch a few cheap ones before building on that again. His gallop on Wednesday morning was outstanding. It was probably the best of his preparation. Barrier is a real scare factor, I guess. But we've got the right man on top. He's riding in good form, and he made light work of the terrible gate last start. So if he can produce another good one, the horse goes there in good order.
Yeah, beautiful. All right. Agreed. So basically all winning chances, guys, and just need a bit of luck, some White Barriers, some good rides and a bit of luck.
Yep.
All right, $100. Let's go. $100. How are you going to spend it? Which horse? How are you going to play?
You can go first.
I'll stick fat with Usmanov. I've been on him all prep. I love the horse, and I won't get off now.
So the $100 sports bet, $100 best bet of the week. Usmanov on the nose.
That will go each way.
50 each way.
Conservative.
So confident.
You heard the $7.50 story last week. I'm conservative.
$4 favourite.
How are you going to spend your sports bet $100, Tobe?
No, I'm going with Grey Missile.
Grey Missile?
Yeah, we'll back him to win.
$100 on the nose, Grey Missile. All right, this is a practice run. We'll keep up to date next week. Guys, great show. Thanks very much. Plenty spoken about. Looking forward to the weekend. We've got Bodis at Jump Outs tomorrow, hence we're filming today on a Thursday, everyone. We'll be at the Cudicel. Keep up to date with all our movements and action on at Edmonds Racing on Twitter. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Cheers.